students, did you read the text poem? Yes, it's a poem. Which is the poem? Which was the fourth chapter? The Sounds in the Evening. Who is the author of the poem? Eleanor Fagian. Eleanor Fagian is the author of the poem The Sounds in the Evening. Okay, we completed our text and I will read it once more. I'll read it once more and let us go through the comprehension in the text. The sounds in the evening go all through the house, the click of the clock and the pick of the mouse, the footsteps of people upon the top floor, the skirts of my mother that brushed by the door, the creak in the boards and the creak of the chairs, the fluttering murmurs outside on the stairs, the ring of the bell, the arrival of guests, the laugh of my father at one of his jests, the clashing of dishes as dinner goes in, the babble of voices, the distant sneak in, the mewing of cats that seems just by my ear, the hooting of owls that can never seem near, the cure little noises that no one explains, till the moon through the slates of my window blind rains, and my ears melt like steam as I find my pillow, the world of my dream. Okay, that was the poem. Who is the author of the poem? The Sounds in the Evening. The author of the poem is Eleanor Fagian. The author of the poem is Eleanor Fagian. Eleanor Fagian. Spelling E-L-E-A-N-O-R. Eleanor Fagian. F-A-R-J-E-O-N. Fagian. Eleanor. Listen here. Eleanor Fagian. E-L-E-A-N-O-R. Eleanor. F-A-R-J-E-O-N. Fagian. Eleanor Fagian. The poem is The Sounds of the Evening. Sounds in the Evening. And the poet is Eleanor Fagian. Whenever you study a poem, you should be familiar with the author. The poem is written by Eleanor Fagian. The poem is written by Eleanor Fagian. Then let us go through the vocabulary. Jest. First one is jest. J-E-S-T-S. Jest. What is the meaning of jest? Jest means jokes. Jest means jokes. Old English. Jest. J-E-S-T. Jest means jokes. J-O-K-E-S. Jest means jokes. Jest meaning jokes. Then slates. S-L-A-T-S. Slates. S-L-A-T-S. Slates means the thin narrow piece of wood, plastic or metal in a series. There may be in our windows, there may be window slates. Window slates, there may be 2 or 3 pieces of wood, metal or glasses. In our windows, we are using glasses. There may be so many pieces of glass slates. That is called slates. Glass slates. A thin narrow piece of wood, plastic or metal in a series. In a series means continually it is connected to one another. Continually it is connected to one another. That means series. S-C-R. It is not serious. It is series. S-C-R-I-E-S. Series. There is another series is there. That is not here. Is S-E-R-I-E-S. Series means connected to each other. That means it is seriously connected. Seriously. It is series. S-C-R-I-E-S. Then window blind. It is a new word for you. Window blind. W-I-N-D-O-W. Window. B. It is a hyphenated word. B-L-I-N-D. Blind. Window blind means. What is the meaning of window blind? Window shade. Whenever we can it is a truth that we can open and shut the slates of window, and there is a shade in the window, and that is called a window blind. The shade in the window is called a window blind. The shade in the window is called a window blind. Shade in the window. Window shade is called a window blind. Then cure. Q-U-E-E-R. Cure. Q-U-E-E-R. Cure. What is the meaning of cure? It is strange. Cure means strange, not familiar. Strange means not familiar, unfamiliar. Strange is T-R-A-N-G-E. Cure means strange. Cure. Spelling Q-U-E-E-R. Cure. Spelling Q-U-E-E-R. Cure. Meaning strange. S-T-R-A-N-G-E. Strange. S-T-R-A-N-G-E. Strange. Then sentence making. Make sentences from the given words. Make sentences from the given words. First one is cure. Q-U-E-E-R. Cure. What is the meaning of cure? We all know that cure means strange. We all know that cure means strange. Then what is cure? I got frightened on hearing a cure sound. I got frightened. That means I became frightened. By what? On hearing a cure sound. Cure sound means strange sound. Not familiar, unfamiliar sound. You write it now itself. I got frightened. G-O-T. Got frightened. F-R-I-G-H-T-E-N-E-D. Frightened. I got frightened on hearing a cure sound. On hearing a cure sound. A cure. Cure means strange. Q-U-E-E-R. Cure sound. I got frightened on hearing a cure sound. I got frightened on hearing a cure sound. Then Jesse. Who is Jesse? What is the meaning of Jesse? The person who makes jokes are called, cracking jokes are called Jesse. The person who is making jokes are called Jesse. That is used in Old English. Jesse is a word used in Old English. Then we can, nowadays it is not in use. And Jesse. He is a person having so much of Jesse. We can write it like that. And you can make your own sentences using Jesse. If you have doubt, you can call me and ask me. Then dream. D-R-E-A-M. D-R-E-A-M. Dream. You all know that what is a dream. The thing what we see when we are asleep, that is called a dream. We are seeing it with our abnormal mind. That means our subconscious mind. Dream. God spoke to me in my dream. Every day that will happen to you. God will come to you and the angels will come to you and spoke to you in a nice manner. Angels will come to you and spoke to you in a nice manner. God spoke to me in my dream. G-O-D. Whenever you write the word God, you write G as capital letter. G as capital letter. God spoke to me. God spoke to me. God spoke to me. God spoke to me in my dream. In my dream. In my. God spoke to me in my dream. What is the specialty of dream? We can go to anywhere in our dream within seconds. With the eye shut, that means within 1 second we can go to anywhere, England, Paris, America or any other place. We can have so many delicious items. We can wear so many costly dresses like that. We can do anything in our dreams. We can do anything in our dreams. That is the specialty of dream. And next one is pillow. P-I-L-L-O-W. What is the meaning of pillow? Pillow is a small thing that we use to make our head rest. That we used to rest our head. That is pillow. Always use a light pillow. Don't use heavy pillows. Don't use heavy pillows. Always use a light pillow. Always use a light pillow. A-L-W-A-Y-S. Always. A-L-W-A-Y-S. Always use. U-S-E. Use a light pillow. Light pillow. Do it means always use a pillow with a light? No. Always use a light pillow means without any heaviness. Pillow. Heavy pillow is not good for our health. Heavy pillow is not good for our health. Always use a light pillow. Always use a light pillow. It is good for our health. Always use a light pillow. there is a comprehension in the text, page number 33. Page number 33. Page number 33, tick the correct answer. The sounds that the poet hears are, in this poem we find that the poet is hearing so many sounds around him, and the sounds that the poet hears are, first one, everyday things, everyday sounds, and the second one, special sounds made in the park. Which is the right one? First one, everyday sounds. Second one, special sound made in the park. Which are the sounds he hears? He hears sounds that is everyday sounds. You tick the first option. You tick the first option. There are two options. The sounds that the poet hears are, first one, everyday sounds. Second one, special sounds made in the park. Special sounds made in the park. Which one is correct? The first option is correct. Everyday sounds. You put a tick mark in the first option. First option is correct. Is it clear? The next one. The skirts that the poet's mother wears are, first option, beautiful with the flowers on them. Is there any description like that? No. Second option, long and touch the ground when she walks. That is the correct one. He took the second option. You tick the second option. Can you hear the can you see the text? Tick the second option. Then the sentence becomes, the skirt that the poet's mother wears are long and touch the ground when she walks. It is the correct sentence. The third one, the hooting of the owls seem as if it is far away. Then next one is loud and clear. Seem as if it is far away, first option. Second one is loud and clear. Is loud and clear. Which one is correct? Seem as if it is far away. First option is correct. You take the first option. It is correct. First option. Seem as if it is far away. Seem as if it is far away. Then I will read that three sentences for you. You listen to your text. The sounds that the poet hears are everyday sounds. The sounds that the poet hears are everyday sounds. The skirts that the poet's mother wears are long and touch the ground when she walks. Long and touch the ground when she walks. The hooting of the owls seem as if it is far away. The hooting of the owls seem as if it is far away. Then there is answer the following questions. When does the poet hear these voices? Can you answer? When does the poet hear these voices? The poet hears these voices in the evening. The poet hears. The question is, when does the poet hears these voices? When does the poet hears these voices? To study it now itself. When does the poet hears the voices? The poet hears the voices. Answer. The poet hears the voices. The poet hears the voices in the evening. The poet hears the voices in the evening. Answer is, the poet hears the voices in the evening. The poet hears the voices in the evening. What are the sounds at the dining table? What are the sounds we can hear from the dining table? The clashing of dishes. What are the sounds that hears in the dining table? The clashing of dishes. Second answer. Second answer. The question is in the text. What are the sounds at the dining table? What are the sounds at the dining table? Answer. Clashing of dishes. C-L-A-S-H-I-N-G. Clashing of dishes. Clashing of dishes. CLASHING, clashing of dishes. The sound we can hear from the dining table is clashing of dishes. Clashing of dishes. Then, when do the sound stop? When do the sound stop? Can you imagine when do the sound stop? When the poet fell asleep. Third answer. The sound stops. The sound stops when the poet fell asleep. ASLEEP. At the last part of the poem we find that poet fell asleep using his pillow. The poet fell asleep using his pillows. At that time the sound stops. Then answer the exercise C. Answer the questions with reference to the poem. The footsteps of people upon the top floor. Then there are two options. What could the people on the top floor be doing? They will be making fast for their beds that morning. That means they are going to bed. At the time of sleeping, they are at night, they are going to bed. They may go to their bed. Do you think the roof of the poet's house is thin and there is some other reason for the sounds he can hear? No, there is no such reasons. They are hurrying to their bed. And the world of my eyes and my ears melt like a storm as I find my pillow, the world of my dream. The world of my dream. Do the ears of the poet really melt? No. All the sounds melt together when he fell asleep. At the time of sleeping, he couldn't recognize each sound because all these sounds melt together. They combine together. They join together. They melt together. He couldn't recognize which sound belongs to which thing. And all these sounds melt together at the time of sleeping. All the sounds melt together and became one sound. He couldn't recognize these sounds particularly. These sounds melt together and really the sounds are not melting, but he felt the sounds are melting because he is going to sleep. The word world refers to which world? Dreamy world. That means at the time of sleeping, after sleeping, in our deep sleep, we go to the other worlds. That means a dreamy world. We are having a dreamy world. That world is depicted in the poem. That world is pictured in this poem, and the poet is going into the dreamy world. Then writing section. There is a writing section for you. Page number 34. I will show you this. Here is a writing section for you. Page number 34. And what are the sounds around you that you are familiar with? We are also familiar with, like this poet Eleanor Fajan. We are also familiar with so many sounds in our surroundings. What are the sounds in your surroundings? And which one do you like and which one you don't? Which one? The sounds you like and the sounds you don't like. Sounds you like and sounds you don't like. The first one is here. One has been done for you. Mother humming a song. You like, all of you like the humming of mother. The mother is humming a song. That means the 4 lines of a song like a lullaby. Lullaby means, what is the meaning of lullaby? Tarat. Lullaby, tarat. Like that, the mother is humming a song that you like very much. Whistle of pressure cooker. The children don't like the whistle of, it is a shrilling sound. It is a piercing sound. It pierces in your ears. So you don't like the whistle of a pressure cooker. The children don't like the whistle of a pressure cooker. Then, which is the other sound you like? Sound of birds. Second one. Sound of birds. You write in the text. Sound of birds. Sound of birds. Children like the sound of birds. Which is the sound of birds? We studied in the previous class. Chirping. C-H-I-R-P. Chirp. The sound of birds. Children like the sound of birds. Music from mobiles. Children are very interested to hear music from mobiles. Music of, third one, music of mobiles. Music from mobiles. Music from mobiles. Mobile music, you should really like the music from mobile. Which is the other one? Grandmother narrating an interesting story. It is very much liked by children. Grandmother narrating a story. Grandmother narrate, fourth one. Grandmother, G-R-A-N-D, grandmother, M-O-T-H-E-R, grandmother narrating, N-A-R-R-A-T-I-N-G, narrating with the narrating a story. What is the meaning of narrating? It is telling. What is the difference between narrating and telling? If we are telling something, we are telling it, simply we are telling. But when we narrate a story to children, we are we make it very interesting by our gestures, with our hands movements and our facial expression. One day there is a giant and he is a cruel one. Like that we are making the story very interesting by our facial expression and gestures or hand signals. That is narrating. Some people are very good in narrating stories. Some people are very good in narrating story. They can catch the mind of their listener. They can catch the mind of the listener. That is narrating in a particular way. Narrating. N-A-R-R-A-T-I-N-G. Narrating. Then which are the sounds you don't like? Sounds you don't like. Whistle of pressure cooker. First one is there. Whistle of pressure cooker. Then sound of a mixer grinder. 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 It is not very interesting to children. They don't like the sound of a mixer grinder. When we work a mixer grinder, they will go away from the kitchen. They will go away from the kitchen. Sound of a mixer grinder. Then which is the other one? Scolding of mothers. Scolding by mothers. They don't like scolding by mothers. S-C-O-L-D-I-N-G. Scolding means, what is meaning of scolding? Scolding of mothers. Children don't like the scolding of mother. They scold every time when you do something naughty. When the children do something mischievous, they will scold you. They will scold you that you don't like. The sound of scolding by mother. Then they don't like the alarm of mobiles. Why? At the time of morning, children don't like the alarm of mobiles. Alarm from mobiles. A-L-A-R-M. It is not alarm, it is alarm. A-L-A-R-M. Alarm from mobiles. They don't like alarm from mobiles. Which are the sounds the children like most and the children don't like? Like sounds are sound of birds, they like. Music from mobiles, they like. Grandmother narrating a story, they like. Sound of mixer grinder, they don't like. Scolding of mother, they never like. Alarm from mobiles, they don't like ever. Because whenever the alarm rings, it is time to get up. So they don't like to get up from their sleep. So they don't like the alarm sound. Then next grammar, some words conjure a clear picture of a sound. Such words are called onomatopic sounds. Example from the poem are the ring of the bell, the babble of voices. Onomatopic words. What is onomatopic words? Some words conjure a clear picture of a sound. That means when we hear the siren, we understood that it is clearly a fire engine or an ambulance. When we hear a siren, we can hear the siren from long distance, and when we hear the siren, we understood that there may be an ambulance or a fire engine. There may be an ambulance or a fire engine nearing us. It is a conjuring sound. And such words are called onomatopic words. Onomatopic words. Spelling O-N-O-M-A-T-O-P-O-E-I-C. Onomatopic words. Onomatopic words. Some words conjure a clear picture of a sound. That means when we hear a horn, we understood that some vehicle is coming. When we hear the JCB horn, it is a special horn, and we can identify that there may be a JCB. Some words conjure a clear picture of a sound. The babble of voices. The children, small children are making babbling sound. It is not clear sound, but babble sound. Such words are called onomatopic words. Example from the poem are the ring of the bell. The ring of the bell. The sound of the bell is ring. And the babble of voices. Babble of voices, that means it is not very clear but unclear sounds. Babble of voices. Match the sounds to the objects and creatures they are associated with. Then next one is match the following. Then first one is babble. B-A-B-B-L-E. Babble. Who produces the babble sound? Babies. B-A-B-I-E-S. Babies. B-A-B-I-E-S. Babies. Babble. Babies. Babble is the sound. You draw a line in the text and you can match. Babble. Babies. Hiss. Second one. Hiss. Which creature produces the hiss sound? Snakes. Snake. Hiss sound is produced by snake. Snake produces a hiss sound. Then whistle. W-H-I-S-T-L-E. Whistle. Whistle. Produced by wind. W-I-N-D. Whistle, wind. W-H-I-L-E. Whistle, wind. Then rustle. Rustle, skirt of mother. Rustle, fourth one. R-U-S-T-L-E. Rustle, skirt of mother. Skirt of mother. Whistle, rustle, skirt of mother. That means whenever the skirt is very lengthy one, when we walk, if it is a polyester or it is a cotton one, there is no problem. If it is made of synthetic material, it produces a sound. That sound is called a rustle. Rustle. R-U-S-T-L-E. Rustle. Then next one is article. You write in the space provided, you draw a line and match these words, sounds with the producers. Article. A, an and the. These are the three articles in English. Which are the three articles in English? A, an and the. These are the articles in English. Which are the three articles in English? A, an and the are the three articles in English. A and an. These are called indefinite article. Indefinite article. Indefinite articles. These indefinite articles a and an are called indefinite articles, and the is called a definite article. This the is called a definite article. The definite, definite article. A and an are indefinite articles and the is called a definite article. Which are the three articles in English? A, an and the are called the articles in English, and from these three articles A and an are called indefinite article and the is called a definite article. A and an are called indefinite articles and the is called a definite articles. The is called a definite article. An and the are articles. A or an are called indefinite articles because they do not point out any particular or definite person or thing. Why these are called indefinite articles? This refers to any singular noun. Any singular noun. These articles refers to any singular nouns. There is no special or particular thing or person. There is no special or particular person or thing. Any singular noun. These two nouns comes before any singular noun. No special thing. Okay, no particular thing. But the is an article. The is the definite article, which is because it is used when we speak of something or some particular person or thing. The is used when we speak about a particular person or thing. So it is called a definite article. The is called a definite article because it is used before a particular thing or person. A and an are indefinite articles because it is used before any singular nouns, not a special thing or special person. Okay. Which are the three articles? A, an and the are the three articles in English. Which are the indefinite articles? A and an are the indefinite articles and the is the definite article. The is called a definite article because it is used in front of a particular person or thing. It is used in front of a particular thing or person, special thing or person. We can go through the examples. First one. Dash umbrella. Dash umbrella is dash useful thing. Is dash umbrella is dash useful thing. First one. There is a rule that an is used in front of words, beginning with the vowel sounds, vowel letters, especially vowel sounds. Umbrella, it is pronounced as a. It is pronounced as a. It is a vowel sound. U, whenever we write U, it is a vowel sound. So we use an umbrella. An umbrella is a useful thing. Here U is used as ya. Useful, ya. It is a consonant sound. Ya is a consonant sound. So we use a useful thing. Ya is a consonant sound. Useful. It is not a vowel sound. It is a consonant sound. So we use useful. Then second one. Sri Lanka is dash island. When we write ice, it is not Iceland, it is island. It is written as ISLAND. It is not Eastland or Iceland. It is island. S is silent here. Island. I is an island. It is a consonant. It is a vowel sound. So we use is an island. An island. Third one. Dash honest man always speak dash truth. dash honest man, honest man, always, always speaks, speaks dash truth, dash truth. It is H is there, a consonant is in the first beginning of the word, but it is pronounced as honest. It is pronounced as honest. H is silent. It is pronounced as honest. O is a vowel sound. O is a vowel sound. So we use an honest man. An honest man. An honest man always speaks. It is not a singular. It is not a singular one. It is a special thing. Speak the truth. That particular thing. The truth. An honest man always speaks the truth. An honest man always speaks the truth. Then fourth one. Dash year ago. Dash year ago. Dash year ago. I visited dash island. I visited dash island. Dash year ago. A year ago. A year ago. I visited an island. An island. A year ago. I visited an island. Next one. Dash bird in hand. Dash bird in hand. Dash bird in hand. Is worth 2 in dash bush. Is worth 2 in dash bush. A bird in hand, singular. A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. In the bush, particular thing. In the bush. It is a particular thing. So we use the definite article the. It is a particular thing. So we use the definite article the. Sixth one. Dash moon. Dash moon revolves around. Revolves around. R-E-V-O-L-V-E-S. Revolves around dash sun. Dash moon revolves around dash earth. Not sun, earth. Dash earth. Dash moon revolves around dash earth. Which is correct? It is particular things. It is a particular thing and it is also a particular thing. There is only one kind of that group. The moon, the moon revolves around the earth. The moon revolves around the earth. The moon revolves around the earth. Next one. Seventh one. He gave me. He gave me. Gave me. Gave me. Dash 1 rupee coin. Dash 1 rupee coin. Here is a change. This is O-N-E-1. O-N-E, it is pronounced as not one, it is one. It is one. The sound is consonant. Va. It's a consonant sound. one. It is not on, it is one. It is a consonant sound. So we use a 1 rupee coin. A 1 rupee coin. You may have a doubt. Then you see it one more time. He gave me a 1 rupee coin. O-N-E is pronounced as one, not on. It is not pronounced as on. It is pronounced as one. Va is a consonant sound. So we use a 1 rupee coin. A 1 rupee coin. Then I saw, next one. I saw dash European today. I saw dash European today. Dash European. It is ya. It is pronounced as ya. E and U. It is pronounced as ya. European. It is not European. It is European. U. Ya. Then it is a consonant sound. So we use a European. A European. It is not an European. It is a European. A European today. I saw a European today. A European. Then 9. Dash Indian lady. Indian lady loves to wear dash saree. Loves to wear dash saree. Indian, Indian, E is a vowel sound, so we use an Indian. Whenever we say that I am an Indian, I am proud to be an Indian. An. Before Indian, we use an. An Indian lady loves to wear a saree. A saree. A. I love to wear a saree. An Indian, a saree. An Indian lady loves to wear a saree. Dash national flag of India. 10th one. Dash national flag of India. National flag of India is also called flag of India. Is also called dash national flag of India is also called dash tricolor. Dash tricolor. C-O-L-O-R. Tricolor. The national flag of India, it is a particular thing. The national flag of India. The national flag of India, it is a special thing. The national flag of India is also called the tricolor. The tricolor. Then our article section is over. I will remind you once more. The articles are a, an and the. From that three, a and an are called indefinite articles and the is called a definite article. Is it clear? You do it on today itself. Underline the articles, page number 36. Page number 36. Underline the articles a and the in the following paragraph. There is a paragraph. The park. Underline the. The park near my house is a pleasant place. A pleasant place. It has trees and flowers. The gardener, Mr. Nasir, is a jovial man. A jovial man. He keeps the park, T-H-E, the park neat and clean. Slides, seesaw and jungle gym are for the children. The children to enjoy. Many senior citizens sit on the benches. The benches, the underline. An orange tree has also been planted by them on Van Mahotsav. Van Mahotsav is a day, special day, and an orange tree is planted in the park. Okay, which are the articles underlined? I will read it once more. The, the, and. I will read it once more. The park near my house is a pleasant place. The and a are underlined. It has trees and flowers. There is no article. The gardener, Mr. Nasir, is a jovial man. Underline the word a, jovial man. He keeps the park neat and clean. The, underline the, and slide, seesaw and jungle gym are there for the children to enjoy. The. Many senior citizens sit on the benches. Then an orange tree has also been planted by them on Van Mahotsav. Then there is an activity corner, make and ask. Page number 36. Bring things that make different sounds, differentiate between noise and music. There are so many sounds that we come across in our daily life and make the difference between noise